Have you anything to say to me? And can you tell me where my love can be? Is there a meadow in the midst where someone's waiting to be kissed? Skylark, have you seen a valley green with spring, where my heart can go a-journeying over the meadows in the rain to a blossom-covered lane? And in your lonely flight, haven't you heard the music in the night? Wonderful music, faint as a will-o'-the-wisp, crazy as a loon, sad as a gypsy serenade in the moon. Oh, Skylark, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see them anywhere, won't you lead me there? Serenading the moon. Oh, Skylark, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see them anywhere, won't you lead me there? I think I need to turn down the mic a tiny bit. Is that right? Hold on a second. Okay, maybe that's better. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Thanks. The mic is good. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you, Phil. Skylark is not typically in 3/4, but I really like to play it in 3/4. I think it's fun, but I had a little problem at a gig the other night. I was just playing a duo with a bass player who I never play with, and I said I want to play Skylark in 3, and then he assumed instead of there being one chord per bar, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, right? So it's G for a bar, 2, 3, A minor for a bar, B minor for a bar. He assumed that there would be that each chord would be held for a dotted quarter note. So I was playing Skylark, right? And he was playing Skylark, and it didn't work. And it was lucky that nobody even paid attention, so nobody was the wiser. But anyway, my bad right there. I needed to say, and each bar takes up a full 3 counts. And then we would have been in sync, because when we started again, it was perfect. Do I know any versions of Have You Met Miss Jones in 3/4? No, I don't. In fact, I don't think I've ever tried it. Does it work nicely? Like that? Right? Okay, nice. Yeah, I like it. I like it. That's a great idea. Is that the only way to do it? That would be too long, right? I mean, it could. More like a ballad, though? Yeah. I think, you know, not enough. There aren't a ton of jazz standards that are in 3 or 6 that get sung often and that people know. So I tend to think it's a good idea to, you know, if you feel like you want to mix things up a little bit, just to decide to play something in 3 that normally wouldn't be in 3, and then all of a sudden you've got a waltz where you wouldn't have before. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. John is my moderator and right-hand man, and he is sitting here next to me with his laptop. So he's fielding your questions, and if you have good questions, he's writing them down, and sometimes I'll ask him for them, and then he'll let me know questions, and that way I can a little bit pick and choose which ones to answer. And also he'll take down your requests if you want to say requests, like anytime. He'll do his best. He's a very fast typer, right? Like 100 words per minute or something? I don't know. He's very fast. Oh, thank you, Como. I'm also teaching a lesson at 2 Pacific Standard Time, so I have to end a little bit sooner than I normally would. Like maybe we'll just go for like 40 minutes instead of an hour. Yeah. John, do we have any good question already? Not yet?
No, I mean, somebody wants to know if you have online resources for musical theory.
Someone would like to know about my online resources.
Like, I would say your channel, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a good idea. Sometimes I notice that people will write to me and they'll say, I just found your YouTube channel today. I like what you're doing, and could you please? And then they tell me all the things they wish they knew. And so I kind of feel like if you have just found my YouTube channel, I don't even know how many now, like 250 videos or something. So it's a lot of videos, and chances are if you think there's a topic that you wish that I would have covered, maybe I've probably covered it. So what you need to do is just in the search bar at the top of YouTube, just type my name and then the word that you want. Maybe it's rootless voicings, maybe it's waltz, maybe it's bossa nova, maybe it's the name of a particular tune. Try it out, see if it's already there. And if it is, then there you go. That's your free tutorial. They're all just up there for free. The only time that I'm asking for any money are the videos when I have made a worksheet, and then what happens is a little eye will pop up in the top of your screen, and if you just touch that, it'll take you to my website, and then my website has all the worksheets that go with my videos. I don't always do a worksheet. I don't think they're necessary very often. I actually almost never think they're necessary, but when I first started out, people asked me a lot of times if I had written anything to go with the lesson, and so I started doing that. And in most cases, I just charge $5 for it, sometimes $2.50. Have I considered making a Patreon? Richard, I think I've answered that quite a few times, but I don't want to make a Patreon. I feel like with the way that my life is right now, being, you know, a mom and a wife and a teacher and an accompanist and gigging and all the things that I have on my plate, I don't want to owe you guys something. Like, I don't want to say, if you give me money, then I will give you this. Like, that just doesn't feel good to me. I don't know if it ever will. Yeah, it is a big commitment. And right now, I can kind of just, when I have time, I do what I can do. And then, so it just feels kind of right to me to do it this way. And then sometimes people are super nice and they donate anyway, and I always appreciate that. And there is a link on my website if you'd like to do that. That's really helpful. I do have good news. I've gotten my first official sponsor. So IK Multimedia is going to send me things sometimes when I need them. So I've been using their little interface to go straight out of my mixer into my phone, and that's what I'm doing right now. And that's called iRig 2, and anybody can use it. Like any idiot can use the iRig too, because I'm using it. And it's amazing. All I do is run a line out from my headphone jack on my mixer. And it's a, you know, just a 1/4-inch cable into the iRig. It's just this tiny little thing. I'd show it to you, but it's totally connected right now. And then just the 1/8 inch into my phone. Actually, I use the adapter because I've got the iPhone 7 Plus, so which I hate, you know, lightning adapter. And I know that actually takes out some sound, just the lightning adapter, because I used an old iPhone of mine straight in with the 1/8 inch in, and I had to adjust all my settings and lower them. So, like, that kind of stinks, Apple. But anyway, I'm getting a new interface from iRig, and I'll do a review of it soon. I've gotten lots of offers for sponsorships, which is cool, but I usually turn them down just because I don't think that I could use that product, and I don't want to do that if I don't believe in something. So, yeah. Any good question yet, John, or should I take a request?
There's lots of requests.
Lots of requests. Let's do some requests. Oh, I have to do Days of Wine and Roses. I already promised somebody who emailed me, and William just asked for it again. So that's a great idea. Let's do Days of Wine and Roses. Have you guys seen that movie? So sad. The days of wine and roses, laugh and run away like a child at play to a neverland beyond an open door, a door marked nevermore that wasn't there before. The lonely night discloses just a passing breeze filled with memories to a golden smile that introduced me to the days of wine and roses and you. I like that one. Any other good ones? A lot of requests. Let's finish it. The lonely night discloses, but just a passing breeze filled with memories of a golden smile that introduced me to the days of wine and roses, the days of wine and roses, the days of wine and roses and you. I love that tune. It's a really good tune. Let's do, what did I hear? My Funny Valentine? Let's try it. Let's do something different with it. I think I do C minor. I can't remember. No, it's too high. G minor, maybe? My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than great? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart Valentine's Day. It feels good like that. Yeah, it feels really good. Hey, you know the video I did last week about the chord that shouldn't work? That video's done so well. I'm kind of blown away by it. But anyway, it's been in my head more, the chord with the dominant 7 and the major 7, and I didn't even realize it right now, but I just used it going into a G minor, so on a minor 2/5. I can't remember exactly how I did it. I think that's what I did. Right? You're right, it is YouTube's algorithm. Ooh. But that works kind of nice, right? What did I do? So I put the major 7 on a half diminished chord right there. So we've got A half diminished, and it works nicely as a passing tone because of the voice leading. So with G sharp on it, you can add a 6th to make it even nicer harmony. And there it is. There's the D, F sharp, and a C, and in the right hand, an F, which is a sharp 9, and the major 7. Working again. Woo, woo. Ah, there we go. That works kind of nicely. Oh, let's play some Glenn Campbell. That's such a good idea. I was at my gig last night, and I decided to play a few Glenn Campbell songs, and such a nice, well, I mean, we knew Glenn Campbell probably didn't have too long, I suppose, and that's so sad. But it was like as soon as I started playing, I think I played Wichita Lineman first. It was like everybody just kind of perked up their ears and stopped what they were doing, and we all like had a moment together, and that was really nice. I don't know all the words. Such nice chords, though. What is that? I hear you singing in the wire. I hear it through the wine. In the Wichita Lineman is still on the line. So beautiful. I gotta get that chord right. And I need you more than want you. And I want you for all time. And the Wichita Lineman is still on the line. I love those chords. And the dooby-dooby-doo-doo-doo was so beautiful. I don't think Glenn wrote it, right? I think he had a songwriter that wrote that. But I love it. And I also love it because my brother-in-law is a lineman. And so I always think of he and my sister when I play that song. Because they're really in love and everything. Yeah. Do you guys like this? Do you like this glass? When John's grandma passed away, she gave me her set of glasses. I always loved them in her cupboard, and now they're in my cupboard.
Somebody wants to know if is music theory needed to play an instrument?
Is music theory needed to play an instrument? No, it's not. I think so many pop stars and country stars and rock stars, like whatever in the world today, probably don't know hardly anything about country music, and they're making it work. So it's not necessary. But But you can usually pick out the people that that don't know. Sometimes they put chords together that don't shouldn't go together, which is cool sometimes. It definitely helps, and also it's hard to play with somebody who doesn't know what things are called. When I was a kid, 14, 15, 16, 17, all the way through high school, anytime I heard something and I didn't know what it was called, I would want to find out immediately. So I would just ask until I got the answer. What's this called? The first time I remember doing it, it was with a sharp 9 chord. I know I talked about that on my Are You Hip to the Sharp 9 video, because I heard it on Walk Between Raindrops, Donald Fagen's tune. And I was just like, that's a major third and a minor third at the same time. What the heck is it called? So I think it's really good to know what things are called, because if you are if you want somebody to play your song, you're like, this is how it goes, and you play it. Or I shouldn't give guitar players a bad rap. This is how it goes, whatever. And then people will be like, what's the chord? And you say, I don't know, it looks like this, or it looks like this. All of a sudden, you just, you make things a little bit harder on everybody else. So I am a big proponent of learning music theory, but I don't think of it like that. Like you must learn music theory. I think you must learn a song, and then you must learn what the things are called in the song. So that way you're having fun with it. Like, you don't have to treat it like it's some tedious task. You can treat it like it's just an aid in your musical progression, right? Will I please play How High the Moon? Yes, I would love to play How High the Moon. Let's see. I don't know what key I do it in. I have to think about that. I'll try it right there. Somewhere there's music, how fade the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. The brightest night would shine if you would come to me soon. Where am I? There we are. And I don't know the words. Till you love me as I love you. I'm rusty on that one. What's another one, John? He says there's so many, how can we even do it? Let's play 8 bars of every tune. Blue Moon is first. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a thrill in my heart, without a love of my own. A train? You must take the A train to go to Sugar Hill way up in Harlem. And if, what's next? You take the A train, you'll find you'll miss the quickest way to Harlem. There will be many other nights like this. I'm gonna play that. I love the moonlight. I love the old-fashioned things. The sound of rain. What's next? Upon my window pane. Do nothing till you hear from me. Not a very good segue. At least consider our romance If you should take the words of others you heard, I haven't a chance. Next. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens. I'd like to stay on this one. Brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Just for a little bit. Another one? You are the promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long. 3. And you are the breathless hush of evening that trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights a star. The dearest things I know are what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are mine. How about a question? I'll take a little break.
Somebody wants to know what scales you use in improvisation, and what another person wants to know what you think of Herbie Hancock.
What scales do I use in improvisation? That's a good question for the YouTube search bar. So you search for my name, you search for scales, and you'll find it. Any others? No. Any others?
Is it okay to play other songs with copyright?
Is it okay to play other songs with a copyright? That's a debatable question, and I mean, I'm doing it right now, right? And what I have figured out is that if YouTube doesn't see it in the title or in the description, and I'm playing it, they'll never know, right? So sometimes I'll get a little ding on my channel, like they won't let me make money from a certain video because I have it in the title, and they'll know that it's like my cover of it. So sometimes that happens. If you're at a restaurant and they haven't paid their ASCAP or BMI fees or whatever, boy, they can shut you right down and ask for the fees from the owner. That happens sometimes too. Recording songs with other people's that are other people's is not so tricky. You can figure out how to do it really easily on the internet. You just need permission and to pay a little bit of money, and it's not that much usually. I mean, maybe if you were taking a song from Beyonce or something, it would be a lot, but you know, to take like an old jazz standard or something probably costs you around $50, maybe $30, I think. I haven't done it yet, but I plan to soon. Any others, John?
Your favorite female vocalist?
Who's my favorite female vocalist? That's a nice one. Well, have I ever told you guys my list of 5 top favorite singers, like, because I think their vocal quality is to die for? Have I ever told you that? It's kind of a weird list, but I have that, like, list in my head. And right, I don't have them in order or anything, but boy, at the top of it is Karen Carpenter. You remember the movie Tommy Boy, how they're, like, driving in the convertible that I think's just been, like, they hit a deer and it's falling apart, and they're flipping through the stations and whatever, and then they get to Superstar. It's long ago, right? And, like, they each pause and then they kind of look at each other. I mean, that's a perfect example. Like, even Tommy Boy and his David Spade partner, there was something about Karen Carpenter's voice that they couldn't deny, right? And they had to listen to it, and then they were totally into it, crying and everything. So yeah, Karen Carpenter has a magical voice. And Sam Cooke is another one for me. I just feel like those, anyway, this list of mine, it's just a voice that'll melt you. That's what my list is. The others are Chris Cornell. What a voice. Vince Gill is another. Do you guys know Vince Gill's voice? My gosh. You hear Vince Gill's voice and you're just blown away. I don't know how that man got blessed with that voice, but he did. Did I do 5? I'm missing one, aren't I? Oh, Ron Isley. Absolutely love him. Every time I hear it, gotta be living for the love of you. I die. What a voice. My gosh. But I love so many others. And some of my favorite female vocalists, to get back to the question, Peggy Lee. I absolutely love Peggy Lee. I really love Judy Garland. I can't sing like her at all, but I absolutely love to listen to her. I model myself after a couple singers, maybe. Bonnie Raitt is one of my very favorites, and I've listened to her so much that I think she comes through sometimes. I also love Edie Brickell. Do you remember her? I really like her voice. Kind of slidey and bluesy. And I know people say I sound like Norah Jones, but I don't listen to her that much. But I do like her. Yes, I do like Julie London. And there's so many more that I adore. Sarah Vaughan is one. I love to listen to Betty Carter, Carmen McRae. Yeah, there's a ton. Dinah Washington actually has a soft spot in my heart, too. Like, something just so swinging about her voice. And, of course, I love Ella Fitzgerald, too. I think we need to wrap up. I do love Diana Krall. Absolutely love Diana Krall, too. Let's do a couple more requests. What would be good ones? There's quite a bit. Somebody just asked if I could play What I Am. I don't know if I can play that. It doesn't have very many chords, right? I think it's more like a guitar kind of song, but... I don't know what the second chord is. I'm not aware of too many things. I know what I know, if you know what I mean. Do you? Right? A philosophy is the talk on the cereal box. Religion is a smile on a dog. I'm not aware of too many things. I know what I know, if you know what I mean. She has some good songs on, she hasn't done many albums, and I know she played with Steve Martin as well. And I wanted to like those songs so much more than I did. I've given them several chances, and I don't know why they just don't stick with me. I think because they don't feature Edie enough, maybe. I love Steve Martin picking his banjo, though. I think it's really cool that they did that. Yeah, Mrs. Paul Simon. Not anymore, though, right? And let's see, there was another one. What did you say? There were a lot, I know.
Foggy day in London town, wave up tonight, fever, still next time.
Foggy day.
You don't know what love is.
Let's do a foggy day. You say 10 of them in a row, and I just can't remember them. But you're awesome. Yeah, I know. A foggy day in London town. It's got me crushed. It's got me down. I feel the morning with alarm. The British Museum had lost its charm. How long, I wonder, can this thing last? Oh, but the age of, oh, I lost it. Miracles hadn't passed. Suddenly I saw you there, and through the foggy London town, the sun was shining everywhere. Somebody had such a good request, and I saw it going by, and I lost my train of thought. Good one. Ooh, good idea. My One and Only Love was one that I heard, and maybe I'd just like to play that one a little bit. I don't know what key that's in, though. I don't think I play it there. I think I played it in C. Thing.
One more?
Yeah, one more.
Do you want to read what they said?
What did you say?
There's just one of those things, water orange, blame it on my youth, night and day, I'm very proud of you, old devil moon, Johnny Mitchell.
These are some good ones. These are some good ones. Let's do Old Devil Moon. Is that good? And we'll end with it. That's actually one that I really like to do. I might start with that another time. Maybe I'll start with it next time. And when I do it with a trio or a quartet, I like to have the drummer start. The drummer goes, dum, dum, bing, dum, 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 bing, dum, dum, then the bass player. Suddenly, something in your eyes I see soon begins bewitching me. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the sky. It's that old devil moon in your eyes. You and your glance make this romance too hard to handle. Stars in the night, leaves in the light, can't hold a candle. But do your razzle dazzle, you got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride. I'm full of butterflies inside. Wanna cry, want to cry, wanna laugh devil moon. Hi, Ed. In your eyes. Just when I think I'm free as a dove. Oh, devil moon, deep in your eyes, blinds me with love. Got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride. I'm full of butterflies inside. Wanna cry, want to groan, wanna laugh like a loon. It's that old devil moon in your eyes. Just when I think I'm free as a dove. Oh, devil moon, deep in your eyes, blinds me with love. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. It just means that you'll get a notification every time I have a video. And my next one will be Monday. And it'll be a live, like a, not live, but a real lesson that I taught one of my students. It's kind of long. It's like 30 minutes long, and we'll talk about the blues. And it's kind of fun. So I hope you watch that one and share it with your friends and everything. And thank you so much for being here. And I will see you next time on Amy Nolte Music.